Alright, hello, and welcome to what should be the finale of Dragon Warrior 3 NES, barring some unforeseen delays, which, given, dang it, that I grinded to the extreme and decided to change Samus back to a soldier after all. And, of course, watching this on YouTube where I'm uploading the videos at a more average rate won't seem as long. But for me, recording these videos over, well, close to 2 weeks has passed since I recorded the last one. Spent a lot of that time grinding, of course, working and sleeping for work. Yeah. I love grinding, love being over leveled. The only downside for some of the boss battles are too easy. The other is that it can be rather time consuming, but oh well. Anyways, while I was doing all that extra grinding, I noticed while looking for a list of armors and weapons that sages can equip in this game. Anyways, as I was about to say before having to take a little break and pause the video, while looking for a guide for weapons and armor for the Sage character, as much as I hate doing that, looking up internet guides, I also came across an old TV show that I didn't even know existed until just now. Based on this game, I'm guessing. Hold on. I'm guessing it's based on this game. Because the main villain is Baramos. You know, the one who from the beginning was billed as the final villain. Until you actually beat him. Zoma appeared. Yeah, I didn't even know this series existed. Was it even released here in America? I mean, obviously it was localized. I mean, not the best cartoon series I've ever seen. Like most cartoon series from the late 80s, early 90s, it's cheesy as all hell, but like the old Zelda cartoons or Captain N the Game Master. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, it was either never released here, or if it was, it wasn't all that popular, because from what I could tell, there's only 13 episodes of it. Anyways, back to the game. Just thought I'd mention that. Kind of weird. A Dragon Quest related series that I'd never heard of until decades. And here I am, having been a fan of the series since its American debut in mid-'89. Really? I must be slipping. Anyways, enough about that for now. On we go for what again should be the finale of this. Really? That's the best you can do? Single digit damage? I mean, I guess I should be glad I've only hardly begun here. Had an enemy that did, massive damage. That could be bad this early. I mean, I still got a long way to go before I get to the final boss. Damn. Oh, green dragons. Looking just like they did in the first 2 games. Okay. Of course. Can't hit the metal pebble. Oh well. Oh, did get it. Haha. Yeah, look at all that experience. They definitely helped in grinding. Well, once I got party strong enough to fight enemies around here. Ooh, that looks dangerous. That blue and white striped barrier over there to the right. Green dragons have under 90 hit points in this. Actually, I don't remember what they had in the first game. I mean, I know that, like in the Switch version of Part 3, or Part 1 rather, the common green dragons that you can fight as random battle enemies in the Cantlin area didn't have as many hit points as the boss green dragon guarding Princess Gwalen. They gave him a lot more hit points in the Switch version of the game since he was technically a boss. I don't think they did in the original though. Not that I've ever noticed anyway. Same with that Axe Knight guarding Erdrick's armor in the NES original. Didn't have any more hit points than the normal Axe armors you could fight, or Axe Knights rather, that you could fight as random battle enemies around here. But in the Switch version of the game, that specific Axe Knight had a lot more hit points, because technically it was a boss enemy. Anyways. Oh, why are you locking that door? I'm not going back. How do you say that? Victory or death? Or... well, that's the cheesy way of putting it, but... hey, wait a minute, I'm not... oh, great, I'm locked in here. What? Great, I can't go back or forward. What the heck? Hey! Oh, yeah, okay. We're fighting these guys. Yeah, where these guys basically made their debut. I mean... I don't know about the original version here, but in the Switch version of the game, those bloody hand enemies that can summon me call for help from either more of their own, or bring up some of these guys, which in the Switch version of the game can be great for level grinding, once you're strong enough to defeat multiples of these things. Don't defeat those hand guys, enemy, whatever they're called, rubies, or let them keep summoning these guys, take them out repeatedly, rinse and repeat over and over again. Great way of leveling up in the Switch version of the game. course, if you're not strong enough to fight these guys, then that could be bad. Hey! 2 turns, my butt. Okay, how am I fighting these guys? They're way back there behind me. Oh well. Again, for the zillionth time. Since when does video game logic and video game physics make actual sense? Logically. Very, very rarely. At least in the games I've played anyway. Once in a blue moon you get a game that makes logical sense. Or actually complies with the quote-unquote laws of physics. Oh, excuse me. Okay, that should be the end of those. Yeah, that's right, open that door. Alright. Normally I wouldn't worry about this, but since that's a rather large barrier, so yeah. Be a little safe about this. Of course, just like the oh shoot, I shouldn't have stepped there. Now I gotta cast. As I was gonna say, just like the first game, behind the throne here, search and find the stairway. The other stairways you might have seen on your way back here are looping dead ends, just like in the first game. Okay. Great, these guys have exploded, or kaboom. And they can do that. Oh, you dirty rat. Okay, this battle's gonna go on forever if they keep doing that. Come on, game, really. Okay, let's see. Speaking of kaboom. Ah! Damn it! They beat me to it. Good. Have a taste of your own. Oh, Corey, it ain't that effective against them. Okay, come on. Finish him off. Okay, good. And now we come up. Well, hold that thought for a few minutes. Take that thing out first. Or, okay, maybe not. Never mind. Okay, that's gonna get annoying if they keep doing that every time Yep. Every battle with those archmages, if they keep reviving enemies, that's gonna get annoying real fast. Anyways, as I was gonna say, damn game, you know what? Screw it. I don't need the points right now anyway. You could try to make some big complicated puzzle out of this if you choose to, but in reality, all you gotta do is hold the up button, or up on the analog stick, whichever you're using to control movement. Just keep it pressed down. God damn it, game! Not now! Yeah. No need to make a big complicated puzzle out of that. Just hold the up button, or up on the analog stick, whichever kind of controller you're using. Alright, now we get to a maze. And some stronger enemies. Makes sense, we are getting further into the final dungeon of the game. I'll see if I can remember my way through said maze. Oh, great. Oh, shit. This might not end well. Heal us. Probably won't heal not that much, but... Oh, it heals more than I thought it would, okay. 83 points for Simon. Up! Right back where I started. Well, not quite, but... Take that. Alright. Heal all. Points. Wait a minute, what am I doing? What, he don't, oh, there. I was gonna, never mind. For a second I was going to say, what, he don't even have heal all? What? No. Okay, now, like I said, see if I can remember the way through this place. I know this is a dead end if I remember right. Oh, never mind. Oh, too late now. I already programmed it, but didn't need to worry about that. Yeah. Oh, you dirty. Take that. I think that just leads to a chest that I don't care. Yeah. Don't need any more items. Points for that. I mean, yeah, it's effective, but still, like I said in the last video, and many other videos and Twitch streams and YouTube comments already, I wish more games had the magic spell casting system of Final Fantasy II, where the level of the spell dictated how much MP. Level 1, 1 point, level 2, 2 points, level 3, 3 points, so forth and so on. So you never had a spell that took more than, what, maybe 10 at the most? One of the few things about Final Fantasy II that was actually good. I mean, the game is okay, but... And I'm talking about the original NES Final Fantasy II, not Part 4, which was... To avoid confusion, released here as Part 2. Yeah, to avoid the confusion that it's caused ever since for over 3 decades now. that game is part 4. Super Nintendo. Talking about the NES game that never, to this day, has ever been released here in its original form. Closest to it, I guess, would be the Pixel Remaster. As far as official American releases of the game. I mean, there's the GBA version. Yeah. From what I've heard, the Pixel Remasters, in terms of mechanics, is closer to the original. Granted, I can't, necessarily vouch for that, never having actually played either of those Pixel Remasters myself. Still hoping they sometime get around to bringing those Pixel Remasters to the Switch. Not just to have more games to play on my Switch, but because having 1 through 6 would go along nicely with 7 through 10. Have the first 10 games of the franchise all on the same console. Sweet. Too bad repel don't work in dungeons for the most part. Oh, of course. Well, these guys don't have a whole lot of hit points. They attack multiple times, so... Fight battles. Don't really need any more experience levels. Look at that. Everybody's already over level 60. Figured if I can't beat the final boss at these levels with 2 soldiers, best armor and weapon, and the main character having all of his best armor and weapons. Yeah, with all this equipment in these levels, if I can't beat the final boss of the game now, I have no right ever playing a Dragon Quest game ever again. As long as I live. Of course, watch, I say that and then somehow I end up losing. Yeah. Game. Again, I don't need the battles. I don't need the experience points. Go away. You're wasting my time here. Again, for the gajillionth time. Why is it when you don't want the battles, that's when they happen like every 5 steps, but when you're grinding, yeah, good luck. Having that silver harp in this game helps, if you don't mind hearing that harp chime every time. Oh, what's going on over here? What? Wait a minute. They still fighting? Yeah, it is. It's Dad. He's still fighting this dragon from the opening cutscene. Wow. Talk about an epic battle. This fight's been going on this whole time. Nobody's won or lost yet. Damn! This is... Uh-oh. Come on, Ortega. Dude, don't bother with that. That ain't gonna work on bosses. Very seldomly does. Unless you get awful damn lucky. Okay, there you go. Hey! You cheat! Dude, really? Why do you bother with sleep spells, dude? Come on. Okay. Okay, how many hit points does this King Hydra have? Ortega's been whacking away at him for how long now? Uh-oh. Oh, there goes my dad. What, you don't recognize me? I suppose not. He's been down here for how long now? I mean... Yeah. I mean, they don't really specify when exactly that opening cutscene of him fighting the dragon on the surface and falling into that crater. They don't specify how much time passed from then to the start of the game, so... Another attempt at the tragic death in RPGs. But, at the risk of sounding cold and heartless, it doesn't really have any... Not like Veronica in part of Dragon Quest 11, or Pancras, the hero's father in Part 5, or, in my opinion, you know, the most effective, or most emotional video game character death, Aeris, in Final Fantasy VII. And yes, I said Aeris. I don't care if her canonical name is Aerith with a TH ending. As far as I'm concerned, her name will always be Aeris. S. Call me overly nostalgic for the original mistranslation of the whatever. Oh well. Anyways. Okay. Heal. And step on this to light some torches. Which lights up the room and think so? Yeah. Okay, come on. What? Okay, Mr. Big Tough Talking Zoma doesn't even have the guts to fight us himself. Has his lackeys do it for him. That said, it's time for a little vengeance. After what we just saw not more than 2-3 minutes ago. Take that. That's from my dad, you creep. The dad that I never knew and apparently never really knew me either, but still. Bulmus? Really? Bulmus. Is that even a word? Oh well. It's a frickin' video game, like I keep saying. Ow! You cretin! Ouch! Much ouch! Okay, never mind, actually. That ain't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Let's see. Couple heal, multi-heals. Should bring us back up to full health or close to it. There you are, you coward. Gonus? Where do they come up with these words? Oh well, fine. Ooh. You get hit for a lot of damage. Oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot. Oh great, remember how I said this should be the final video of this series? Unless there's some kind of major setback? Well, I think I might have just remembered that major setback. Because now, the next battle is against Zoma, the final boss of the game. But, in order to actually defeat him, you need a specific item. Did I remember to get that item before coming here? Or has this trip just been for nothing? Okay, good, I do have it. The Sphere of Light, okay. Whew. Yeah, if I didn't have this, this whole trip would be futile. Waste of time. Pointless. Have to go back to the castle just east of Knave or whatever. Get it, then come all the way back here, make my way back down here with it. Yeah. That would be the setback but luckily I thought ahead and yeah, okay, I remember that now. I think I got this just after getting that flying bird before coming down to the Candagel Alifgard area several videos ago now. Okay. Major sigh of relief. Again, for a few seconds there, I thought I'd just majorly goofed. Wouldn't be the first time, believe me. Either forgetting to get it at all, or having put it in the vault at Alien to save inventory space and forgetting to retrieve it before coming here, one way or the other. This wouldn't be the first time that that's happened, if it had. Yeah. Yeah, the only one that's gonna die here is you. Alright, item. Sphere of Light. Ow. 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 I should try casting Stop Spell on him, but it probably won't work. light. Yeah. This item is mentioned in part 1, but you never actually see it. You never actually use it. You get it just after beating the Dragon Lord and completing the game. It actually serves no purpose as far as other than just a story item. But here you actually need it. Anyways, let's see. Probably won't work, but I'm going to try it anyways. If he's going to keep doing that every round, yeah. Granted, I think the effect of that sphere weakened him or slowed him down. So he doesn't get to get that many powerful attacks off so quickly, I think. Oh, he still does. Never mind. Okay, well. This is exactly why I have a party where everybody can use advanced healing spells. And in case of real desperation, the hero has Heal Us All, complete health recovery for the entire party, and enough MP to use it twice. Oh, shoot. Oh yeah, okay, that flash of light, that negates any kind of status buff spells you may have, like Boomful or whatever. Of course, that's not what it's called in this version of this game. I needed that. Of course, the fact that he can do that so often is exactly why I gave up on those kind of status-affecting spells in this game. You know, you cast it, then it seems like the very next turn he nullifies it anyway, so you have to cast it again, and with the damage he can do in his attacks, yeah, just, in my opinion, not worth it. Disagree if you will, but since he can nullify it so easily and so frequently, die, you turd. Still not dead? Damn, you have a lot of hit points. Of course, you would expect as much from the final boss of the game. And just in case, let's not get overly confident here. I think I pretty much have this battle won, but in my experience, every time you start to think that way and get overly confident, that's when it turns out you were wrong. You still had a lot more damage yet to be dealt before you won the battle, and because you got overconfident and didn't heal up, you're the one that ends up dying, not him. Yeah. Gone that way many times. Okay, so this won't be one of them. Game over, butthead. Foreshadowing. Anyways. Uh-oh. Don't tell me this is an escape sequence like a Metroid game, or after defeating Ganondorf in Ocarina of Time. Nope. Okay. Why is it showing us? Oh! Okay, that explains why we couldn't fall down in there earlier. Okay, how is this? How is that cave connected to the... What? Seriously, how is this cave connected to the castle? Oh well, video game logic. Don't even try to figure it out. Don't even try to rationalize it. Like I keep saying, you only end up with a migraine headache and more questions than you had before you started. It's a video game. That's all you need to know. Anyway, that said, I guess this explains why that little passageway isn't there by the time of part 1. It collapses right now. Yeah. Okay. So that explains that. No enemies. Just like in the first game. When you go through here. Guess the enemies never do repopulate this cave. All of the areas around the cave, but anyway. Oh yeah? So like some kind of door in the sky closes. Yeah, we still get sunlight down here. Yeah, it's a video game. That's all you need to know. But if you insist on trying to rationalize this stuff, if we're supposed to be underground, how are we getting sunlight down here? Again, video game logic. Yeah. Go figure. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Castle is gone. Okay, I guess they rebuild it, but someone rebuilds it by the time of part 1. Using the, I guess they used the blueprints for the first floor, then everything beneath it is completely different, but anyways, of course, if you wanted to waste time, you could go to all the, well actually you can't go back up to the surface world anymore, you're stuck down here, but you could go to the other 4 towns here and talk to people, but they basically just say the same thing, you know, hooray, thank you. Yeah. So, let's just end this. Automatic control. Yep. Oh, so Erdrick is a title, like Lord or Sir. It's not a name. Okay. Well, if Erdrick is just meant to be like a title, like Lord, why is it in some games you can't use that name as a name for your character? The game won't let you. Anyways. The ending. For real this time. No more fake out endings. The end of the best NES Dragon Quest game in my opinion. And rightfully so, the only one that's getting a new 2D HD remake, at least so far. 1 and 2 aren't, neither is 4. I mean, they're all good games, don't get me wrong, but this one, in my opinion, is the best. Well, 4's okay, except for that ending area, that whole ending chapter without the follow orders command, and that last dungeon, that slog that is the last dungeon, just to get to a boss battle with 7 rounds. But anyways, as for this game, I mean, it kind of sucks that if you want to change job classes, you have to be at level 20 every time. But again, being one of the, if not the first game to have changeable job classes, it was still an experimental idea yet then, I guess. Perfected in later games. But yeah, that's about my only real complaint with it. That and the fact that you start out at level 1 every time you change someone's job class. Granted, you keep half your stats, but of course, you do that even in newer games like Part 9 as well, so. Yeah. Of course, ending a little more detailed than the previous two. Of course, this released in Japan in 1988, here in America in early 92. By then, video game endings were starting to get more elaborate. Unlike, say, the first Zelda game, thanks Link, you're the hero of Hyrule. Of course, this is more just the credit sprawl than an ending, but showing all the places you've been to. Which I did pretty much cover the entire. I mean, there's a tower I didn't go to that just gives you a orb detector. But if, like me, you've played the game enough times and know where all the orbs are, you don't need it. You already know where they are. There's a town I didn't go to really much there. That's why I didn't bother with it. Castle's back again, at least in that picture. Of course, still wondering how much time passes between the end of this game to the start of Part 1. I mean, it's dictated at the beginning of Part 2 that 100 years, since 100 years between 1 and 2. How much time obviously enough time where, the armor of radiance becomes known as Erdrick's armor. The sword of kings becomes known as Erdrick's sword. And the sacred amulet becomes known as Erdrick's token. The shield of heroes gets lost somehow. That never is a part of the first game. You can buy the silver shield from Catelyn for $14,800. The so-called, there is no Erdrick shield. Same with helmet. Of course, even in this game, I just had the iron mask item that you can buy in shops. There was no specified Erdrick's helmet. Erdrick to write that note for his descendant that you can optionally see in part 1 if you bother to go into that cave and read it. Anyways, and of course my next Dragon Quest game will be part 5. Fan translated ROM of the Super Nintendo Original. That to this day has never been released here, not even on a virtual console, not even on a collection. And the only way you're going to play it, like I will be, emulators. Yeah. Yet they don't want you using emulators. Yeah, middle fingers to you. Don't want us using emulators. Release these old games, not just remakes of them, but the originals. How hard is it? I mean, I'm not talking necessarily make a physical cartridge or disc, just a virtual console. Of course, Switch don't have one of those these days. They have the NES or SNES Online, but yeah. Release it on Switch and Super Nintendo Online. There you go. But anyways, yeah. Already did the other 3 NES games. Of course, I did them in a kind of awkward order, starting with 4, then 1, then 2, and now 3. To be continued. Yeah. As if you haven't already figured out that it's a prequel to the first game, there's your verification. I mean, unless you haven't played the first game before this one. I mean, if you had already played the first game, you probably already figured that out long ago. Like when the first time you stepped foot in Tantagel Castle. Hey, wait a minute. Or you heard about Erdrick. Saw those places like that cave that's still being dug out here. Or that person talking about building that golem to protect Catelyn Town. Yeah. So yeah, by now you probably already figured out that this game was a prequel, but there's your verification just in case not. Anyways. That's it for this video. Thanks as always for watching, and see you next time for Dragon Quest V. Bye.